42nd pick in the 2020 NLB draft in the second round, the Toronto Blue Jays select starting pitcher CJ Van Eyck out of Florida Seminoles baseball program, and I think this is a good pickup for the Toronto Blue Jays. Obviously, Nate Pearson's going to be coming up soon, and we need more pitching in the minors to develop coming forward because we got guys that are very old. Chase Anderson's not a long-term solution. Tanner Roark's not a long-term solution. Um, we got Trent Thornton. We'll see what he can do. Uh, Yamaguchi, maybe he'll be a starter if this is hypothetically if the season starts. I know that this guy's a starter. I obviously don't really watch college baseball, but I'm learning more, and this guy's a starter. He was pretty good in 2018, 2019, obviously. I mean 2019, 2020, obviously Corona happened and it affected his play, but let's check out his stats and see what he can do. Okay, so CJ Van Eyck, he was drafted in 2017 by the Mets. In the 19th round, did not sign. Went to Florida State Seminoles and played pretty well. And guess what? He's now a second round pick for the Toronto Blue Jays. He'll probably be called up in a few years to pitch with Nate Pearson when he's like 22, 23 years old. Um, so yeah, and I think he drastically improved in his pitching career as in the NCAA, but obviously he would have had a great season in the NCAA if there wasn't coronavirus. But he had pretty good numbers. Um, against aluminum bats, mind you, in smaller ballparks. But it's a bigger challenge playing against major league hitters. Uh, our three people we drafted out of Florida. Our next one's coming up soon pit after this pitcher. Yeah, good pickup. Probably gonna be a starting pitcher in a few years. And yeah, good pickup and all that stuff. 77th pick overall in the 2020 MLB drafted Toronto Blue Jays select pitcher uh, Trent Palmer out of Jacksonville Dolphins college, and yeah, we added a guy to our bullpen in the prospects for the bullpen because our bullpen is very very weak. Outside of Ken Giles, maybe Anthony Bass could step up. Jordan Romano, that's really much it. Our bullpen is very weak, and adding these young arms to the farm is how is helping us grow in the future. And you know, let's show us his numbers from the Jacksonville Dolphins, and that's a pretty cool name because there's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins combined together. So yeah, let's see some more of Trent Palmer. Okay, Trent Palmer, right-handed relief pitcher from the Jacksonville Dolphins. Born in 1999, 21-year-old. So, yeah, wasn't previously drafted, so he just played in Jacksonville. And, decent ERA through, had a few saves, uh, one shutout. Strikeouts started climbing in 2019, and forward. And, so this is our third player picked out of Florida in a row. Trent Palmer, and he can help this bullpen in a few years because the bullpen right now, outside of 100 miles, Ken Giles, it's completely trash. Anthony Bass, he's okay. Jordan Romano hopefully turns into something. He's shown some promise. Um, I can't really think who else is in the damn bullpen. Yamaguchi maybe will be in the bullpen. Um, yeah, they have. our bullpen's not really that good. And you know, if we keep developing a young talent in the minors, it can help our bullpen a lot, and that's what I really want. So yeah, let's move on to the next draftee for the Blue Jays. With the 106th overall pick in the 2020 MLB Draft, the Toronto Blue Jays select pitcher Nick Frasco, Leoya Marymount, and he's another relief pitcher that we can add to the bullpen in the future in a few years. Um, a righty, and you know, played for Team USA, had okay numbers. Played in school in California, so this is the first guy uh, in California out of Florida that we drafted in the draft, and you know, Nick Frasco, probably Italian. That's really I can get here. Like, not everyone in this draft will make the team in a few years, but like they're all projected because all the guys we drafted are 21 years old. So you know, and there's only 5 rounds, so there's not as much competition as before. But still, there's undrafted free agents and all that stuff. But Nick Frasco, we selected another pitcher. I'm happy that Blue Jays are selecting pitchers because it's very thin. Because we know Nate Pearson's going to be coming up soon, so that's why we got another pitcher in the rotation, in the bullpen too. So you know what? Let's see what his stats are up to. Nick Frasso, his stats right here. Perfect fielding. Didn't bat for shit, obviously, because he's a pitcher. He's a relief pitcher, so we drafted 2 relief pitchers in a row. Palmer and now this guy. Uh, 7-7 record. Don't really care about that. Low 2 ERA combined NCAA 2 ERA. Obviously he had a 48.15 ERA, but only pitched 8 innings. Don't really count that really. Pitched pretty well in the first 2 years in college, and you know, high strikeouts. So that's pretty good, 70 plus. You know, again, all these guys have to go through the minor league system like everyone else, but some are gonna progress faster. Like maybe this guy, he's gonna come up in 3 years. Some guys are gonna come up in 5 years. Some guys are basically done after like 5 years because like they're too old and like they think they can't make it. I don't know, but you know, um, righty, first non-Floridan, so he's from Los Angeles, and yeah, pretty tall, 6'5". 6'5". We want to see some more footage of him and stuff. Like I'm gonna watch all the highlights for all our draft picks. Whoops. And yeah, let's see what with the 136th pick in the 2020 MLB Draft. The Toronto Blue Jays select Zach Britton out of Louisville, outfielder, and we finally picked our first outfielder of the draft. It's not the pitcher Zach Britton, so you know that confused me a little bit. That was kind of funny. Yeah, I knew it wasn't the pitcher, but still, it was funny that we got Zach Britton. Um, yeah, so we got a guy out of Louisville, that pretty good, pretty decent baseball team. Let's see what his stats are. We got our first outfielder. Obviously, Austin Martin's probably gonna be the first guy to make the majors out of all these picks. But you know, um, everyone puts the hustle. They can try and make be depth guys. Like this guy, I don't see him being a starter in the future. We have too many. Um, we have a lot of guys in the minors. Obviously, our outfield is very weak, but like he can make a backup role in the future if he makes the majors. But you know, Austin Martin will be probably playing uh, center field. Gurriel will play left field, and I don't know if Hernandez or Grichuk will be around for long. And our depth guys, Fisher and McKinney, maybe Alford. Well, he didn't even make the majors. He should be cut. But yeah, so this guy, he could be a depth outfielder in the future. He can play some multiple positions. We'll get into that soon. Let's see. Okay, Outfielder Zach Britton also can play first base and catcher. Very interesting. He's our first lefty batter of the draft for the Blue Jays. Of all the players, Austin Martin, even the pitchers, they're all left righty batters. University of Louisville. Um, yeah, full name Zach Britton. Who cares? Yeah, sound. It's the same damn name as the damn pitcher. His not really that good. No. Batting averages are decent. Didn't I'm guessing he was a platoon player because he didn't get that many hits. Doesn't look like he's a power hitter. Only 5 home runs is his highest. Um, yeah. What else? Gets a lot of doubles. Uh, you know. Um, yeah. So, yeah, I'm projecting him to be like, if he makes the roster, he's not gonna be a starter like the other guys that we drafted. Um, I think he'll be like a bench guy if we make when he makes the roster and all that. And yeah, other than that, Mile High 6 starting out. Zach Britton probably gonna be a bench player if he makes the roster in a few years. Um, yeah, I think this draft was pretty good for the Blue Jays. We got what we needed. We got outfield and we got pitching. Austin Martin can do way more than just outfield, but he was drafted as a shortstop, but he's mainly not going to play shortstop because of Bichette. So yeah, I grade this draft an a B. I don't really know, the players per se, but we got a starting pitcher, we got a couple relief pitchers, we got an outfielder, and we got a guy that can play multiple positions. So yeah, other than that, Mile High 6 signing out. Peace. Have a good day, and yeah.